Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed episode 7 yesterday, and the little outtake video. There's been a few of those, but I thought I'd keep it to a minimum. Hopefully you've enjoyed them. Give you a bit of a chuckle on a Sunday evening before going to work today. But yeah, this is it now for episode 8. 8 episodes already. Not a massive amount today. Cleaning really. Master cylinder. I've given that a good clean up. Rust treatment yesterday. Well, yesterday evening. So that's been painted now. Pedal box bracket has been painted too. I've not gone to town too much on this because you're not really going to see it, but there's not much in the way of rust, but I've given it cleaning, rust treatment, and a nice coat of tough gloss black. I've indeed painted the heat shield, bulkhead heat shield. That's now painted, done and dusted. I have also painted the headlamp and indicator adjuster brackets. So they're done and dusted. Next on the list is the servo vacuum unit, whatever you want to call it. It's absolutely minging, and as per usual with 205s, the paint is crinkled and coming away from the surface. I found this one was particularly easy to clean with a razor blade scraper. It comes off quite easily actually with this. Bear with me a minute. Just this tripod. Basically, scrape quite a bit of it off. It's been painted fairly recently, so things like this came off quite easily. So that's always a bonus. Need to be careful not getting anything in there. But I find makes it a bit easier as well. Scrape it away. It's a hot air gun. Put some heat on there. Let's get some light on it. This has been painted with a brush at some point. This light keeps going off. That's heated up. Give that a bit of treatment. But anyway, you get the idea, and we'll continue doing that. I'll get a couple of new flange nuts for them to look nice and tidy. But yeah, good bit of a clean. Before I go any further and get anything else in here, I'm gonna block this off with some tissue. But yeah, really quick way of cleaning it. Give it a good sanding, less treatment, and that shouldn't give me any issues. What I'm gonna do with this is, because I tend to leak, prone to leak from the seal, obviously I'm going to buy a new seal for the reservoir cap. But to safeguard the paint coming down the master cylinder and onto the vacuum unit, is you get those little fluffy towely type bands for women to put their hair in a ponytail sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is hopefully one will stretch enough to get over the reservoir and in and around this area here. So if it does leak, it will trap it and dry off naturally, is the plan. Like you see with pedal boxes where they've got like wristbands, sweat bands around them, like a toweling. So that's the plan, that's the hope. So yeah, a few bits done today, nothing major. I've been off from work today on a day off, and looking at basically sorting out the wiring loom for this. I've got the new conduit, as I showed in the last episode. Clean all this off and re-tape it. I think I've got 3 rolls of brand new insulation tape, so that should do the trick. I also painted this bracket the other day. This is the one that lives here. Once everything's fitted, it's got the junction box there for the numerous bits and bobs. Actually, I'm not going to put that back on there, but yeah, after that, sunroof frame, tidy it, rust protect it, or rust treat it, and give it a nice coat of matte black on that one, and clean the blackout blind, whatever you want to call that, and strut brace after that, and the spare wheel carrier after that. The bonnet is basically scrap. There's bumps and bulges in it everywhere. I'm really not going to refit that. I'm going to get another bonnet. I've got 2 doors to collect pretty soon, but yeah, not a lot to do on the actual car now, well, other than the wiring loom, but I can tidy that, mask it to oblivion, and mask the work I've already done prior to it arriving at the painters. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the minute. Well, welcome back. I've just painted the vacuum unit, brake booster, whatever you want to call it, with a nice coat of paint. Should look pretty decent when it's dried off. It'll take a while to dry again. So yeah, in summary, today I painted the brake booster, or the brake vacuum unit. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I should do, but there you go, I can't remember. All these brackets have been done today. 2 headlamp brackets, 2 headlamp adjuster brackets, and indicator connecting or holding brackets. Brake master cylinder has been done, and the brake pedal bracket slash box, whatever you want to call that, that's done as well. That's it for today. Bit of another, I'll put another stint in the morning. Strut brace next. It's a bit rough around the edges, so the aim is to tidy it up, clean a lot of the paint away from it, and get it nice and clean. Smooth over the welds, I think, just to make it a little bit more, a little bit tidier on the cosmetic front. Also, the grill mount brackets. Do those, the compensator, brake compensator bracket clamp. I'm going to clean this tomorrow and get rid of this horrible hammerite again away from the bracket. So I'm going to drill the revit out and get that done properly. I'm going to tackle that probably later on in the week. There's quite a lot of cleaning to do on that one, all hammerited again, and I think that's the last thing. It's sodding hammerite on it, so plenty left to do. Good morning, Wednesday morning here at DI Motorsports, and been tinkering along with a few bits yesterday evening and this morning. So the brake booster servo master cylinder has now been painted, everything cleaned, it's looking pretty decent. The screen wash reservoir is also cleaned. All the motor's been cleaned out and everything else. The cap's had a good clean. It's really good condition actually. I've just got now, next on the grill is the bracket for the screen wash reservoir, and pretty soon after that I'm going to be making a start on tightening the strut brace. I'm still not overly keen on it, but we'll see how it turns out once I clean it and give it a coat of paint. So yeah, it's small bits now really, cracking on, doing some small odds and sods in between. Like I was saying in the previous clip, there's not a great deal to do on the car. Well, pretty much nothing to do on the car, so I'm just waiting now for an exact date and when it's going to go to Colin's place for a coat of paint. I'm going to apply some rust treatment this morning to these bits that are still showing out. I'm going to redo these. I'm going to retake them off, redo them, and see how that goes. But yeah, it's just cracking on, bits and bobs slowly. Just get there eventually. So yeah, I'm going to do some bits here now, and I'll see you in the next bit. Well, just a bit of grinding, flap disking, and painting. The strut brace is finished. There's a little bit of light in there. Oops, a minute, hold on. Yeah, all done and dusted. The weld's been blended nicely and all sorted out, so it's a nice coat. A nice coat of gloss black, and I'm pretty happy with that. What other things I might do when it's finished, because obviously it's a homemade strut brace, you might be able to just make out there's some like writing on the pipe here. I might go up to here, from there lower down there's some carbon fibre wrap or something, just to tidy up a little bit more, possibly. I'm not sure yet, we'll see how it looks when it's dried off and put back on the car. So that's it for today. Gonna get myself ready for my other job, and I'll catch you in the next clip. Welcome back. Today I've decided to put a couple of bits back into the engine bay. Strut brace has had an initial coat of paint, it's not finished yet. I just thought I'd put it in here, get out of the way. As you can see, not a big garage, everything all over the place, although it's a little bit tidier than it was. Struggling for space most of the time with all projects, so you kind of have to work smart, put things back when you finish painting them and so on and so forth. So I put the washer bottle back in today. Basically I found an alternative grommet. There's one I got with a DTA S40 Pro for the 106, 205 with the 106 engine conversion a few years ago. The one that was on it was pretty spectacular. It was pretty bad. The loom had found a gap in the grommet, and basically the loom was starting to rub on the bottom of the bulkhead. Fortunately the insulation hadn't broken through, it was just about to begin, so that would have caused no end of problems. So throw that in the bin, reinstate that one, which will take the loom plenty easy. All this is obviously going to be cleaned, as I referred to in the last clip on this video. All done and dusted. I've got the engine top mount all painted and primed with extra durable primer, so I've now got to give that a nice coat of silver paint. but I'll do that when I start doing the engine bits. So I'm starting to think about planning fasteners and fittings on the actual engine, and basically we'll see what we come up with that one. I've already decided for the engine breathing system. Obviously there's 3 ports. You've got this one down here, the main big one here, and obviously the one for the cap. What I've done is, let me just get these away. I have bought a kit, so I'll make sure that these do not break. Right, okay. I bought a kit, 58 quid on Fleabay for EN10 fittings, 3 metre of hose, a filter which goes onto the catch can, oil catch can, and a substantial filter as well. Actually, it's quite a big bugger. So that was there. That came in the box. The hoses and 6 fittings. So basically, I got 2 90-degree fittings, 2 45-degree fittings, and 2 straight couplers, and also the catch tank with the drain. The thread is left-handed thread on this for some reason, but for the money, you know, I'm really happy for 60 quid. All of that for 60 quid. Can't really complain a great deal. So obviously the mission is, once the engine's in, I'll try and figure out where to fit this. The plan originally was to put it in the inner wing in there. That's not going to work. It's too tall when you've got your fittings on. Even if you like it on the angle with the inner wing, they just come up just too high. So that's not going to work, unfortunately. But there we go. Easily rectified, I'm thinking. So yeah, so that's the plan for the catch tank. So what I'm going to do, I've already bought the hose. Comes in here. Obviously you've got your smaller hose, it joins onto the big hose, it comes up and round and out to here, up to here where you would have had the original filter section, gauze section for the original inlet and what have you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to round about here. I'm going to reduce it to that size pipe, bring it in and over the gearbox down the side of the engine, and put the catch tank somewhere around here. I'm going to buy some more pipe because I think I might need some. The pipe will fit in here lovely. I'm going to put a nice anodized end on this finisher to get it nice and tidy. I'm looking at alternative fittings for the off-takes for the vacuum. Far too many clips, really untidy. I'm not a fan of Jubilee clips. In places like this, they're just too obvious, and they just ruin the look. So these are going. So the plan is, hopefully I can get either a silicon pipe with a 90-degree bend in to go on there with a nice anodized finisher on it, a T-piece and a step in there. So whether I need both of them, I'm not quite sure. We'll find out on that one. But I'm eager to not have the pipe going across the top of the cam cover, because the idea is this is all going to be stripped down, painted red. The stripes are the 16 valve, the ribs and the 16 valve on both covers will be painted. We'll be going Nardo grey actually. There's the plan, because we'll have a bit of it left over. So that's the plan for that. Fueling wise, they'll have the pipes will be coming from the fuel filter. I'm going to stick with the original size fuel filter. I'll have some anodized banjos and fixings, and I'm going to go for black braided hoses, PTFE braided hoses for it. I'm not going to go for the silvery coloured ones. I want it to be quite subtle and quite classy in there. So so that's the plan with that. So yeah, I'll see you shortly with some more information on what I'm going to be doing underneath the bonnet today. Right, welcome back to headcam. Put the camera on my head, first time for me, so I'm hoping this will work out. The few bits I'm going to be putting back in the engine bay. I need to clean them first. 3 bulkhead grommets. I'll put those back on. It's not going to affect anything. I've got clips, plastic clips from the engine bay. The loom clips for across the front panel. So these aren't going to be used. Basically, I'm going to be replacing them with proper P clips, aerograde P clips. So get that sorted out. So yeah, these will be the boys that will be doing that job. I'll keep the looms nice and secure. I'm also going to be using them for the brake pipe. The brake pipes, the rigid pipes. So that's all done and dusted. So I'm gonna give these a clean, and we will see how it goes. Not much space here, as you can see. It's pretty terrible, but there you go. I'm used to it now. It's a bigger garage would be a godsend, but never mind. Can't have everything in life, can you? So yeah, gonna give these a good wipe off. Some special cleaner I've got in that in the sprayer. So I'll do with this one. Get this off and give that a good clean around. That's nice and clean now. Clean the mud and the crud away from them. Right, where's this one live? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, yeah. There we go. Right. So, oops, hit the camera. Right, so that's that one back home. Put an alternative grommet in here. The one that was fitted on the car was actually the original one. The loom had slipped through it and started to rub through the insulation. However, I caught it just in time, fortunately, because that could have been a lot of issues with the DTA side of things with the sensor loom. But never mind, it's all done and dusted. So let's give this a clean. Make sure all this is away from it. Get in. I think it lives in there. Yeah, of course it does. There's nowhere else for it to go, so I'm not sure why that's not fitting properly. So look. That's better. Let's get a special tool. Make sure things going back to where they should be. Oops. Right, let's see what the fucking deal is with this. Come on, you fuck. There we go. What is it? Look at that, what a faff. Come on, for fuck's sake. Right, try it this way. Put that there before I do any damage. Right, this is going a bit better. There's going to be some bloopers soon the way it's going. That's no good. that's good enough to use the French, but it will do. Welcome back again. Muck fitting some bits, things like the washer bottle, so you get the electrical connection in, the header tank, the relay box at the top here. So I've already fitted the compensator valve back in there, so that's nice and tight. So I've blanked off the other end for when I plumb in the other brake lines. So yeah, it's the next job is tidying all this out. I'm gonna have to remove the header tank in a minute and go back so I can go into the corner. Bit of a rural area, but anyway, redo all the conduits, re-tape the loom, just make sure everything's in good order. Sort out these earth points. They were absolutely terrible and all over the place initially before I took them out. Yeah, there's a lot of tidying up to do, and you know, yeah, quite a lot of stuff to do in here. But we're also going to have to fit a new battery terminal in there. This is absolutely knackered, really tired. So I'm thinking of possibly replacing this and the earth battery terminal with the quick release fasteners. I'll have a look online, see what I can find this evening for that. But yeah, bit of a slow job now, going through everything, cleaning everything, making sure that continuity is really good on everything, hopefully. But yeah, loads of the small bits to do now. So I'm going to go the way that the loom goes out. So I'm going to start from the corner, do this side over the top. So we've got the header tank low coolant level indicator connector around through there, and basically the wiper motor loom goes in through there. I've made a bit of mistake. I put the wrong blank in there. I started getting a bit worried earlier that I couldn't find the blank, but there we go, lo and behold it's on this one, because of course it doesn't come off because of the connector for the wiper motor. But anyway, mystery solved, and I can get on with other bits and bobs now. So yeah, main starting loom. I've already realised that I'm going to need a boot for the starter motor. This is really buggered, so I'm going to need a new one of those. I'll order one of those again this evening, all being well, if I can find one. So yeah, basically I can starting to make sense of it. This is the connection for the driving lights, I think it is, across as it comes down onto there. Indicator side front. Well, no, it's not that then. So yeah, everything's labelled, that should be, and I've got photos, labelled photos that I took, and I've stored them on Flickr. So if I need access to any of it, all I need to do is either have my laptop or my tablet, or even the mobile phone, which I've used today for clarifying one little thing. But yeah, it's starting to dress up again. It looks a little bit more normal. It's I've temporarily fitted this so I can hang these boxes once I've cleaned them, so I could just go through everything instead of it all being on the floor. But yeah, progress. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. It's Saturday afternoon. I've been working since first thing this morning in my other job, so I've decided I'm not going to do anything on the project this afternoon other than edit the footage I've been taking this week, some of which is a bit scratchy here and there. The camera, I'm having issues with this GoPro. Not particularly impressed at all really with it, but I've reformatted everything, the card, the camera, adjusted the settings back to how they were. So I'm hoping that this, from going forward from this clip, things will improve with the video. So apologies for the occasional glitch in the videos that will be uploaded in part 8 So but yeah, going back to the car, nothing much has happened since the last clip actually. Other than that, I've hung some of the cabling on the brackets. The boxes, they'll need cleaning and painting. Nothing's been done at all. The plan is to, after work tomorrow, I'm back in tomorrow again, just to get stuck in, take all the conduit off, retape where necessary, and apply these new conduits I've got. Basically, I've got some of this cable gripping conduit, which will tidy up a lot of the smaller single cables and stuff. I've got large, medium and small conduits here. You get tie wraps with it. Kit, engine dressing kit as they call them, from automotive or Auto Silicon hoses. They come in kits or single variation of colours, as you can see. But yeah, I find them really useful kits. I've used them on the 106 previously, I used them on the 205, I've used them on other cars, customers' cars and bits and bobs. So that's pretty much it today. I'll be making a start again on this tomorrow, so that'll be part 9. But yeah, it's looking a little bit more like a car. Obviously some of these bits will be removed prior for it to go down the road for paintwork, but yeah, generally getting there. Once this loom is done and dusted, I'm going to get stuck in with this. There's a few bits I'm not happy with, you know, tapes unravelled here, and other bits and bobs. So but yeah, thanks for those of you who've subscribed already. If you haven't, please subscribe and follow me on this journey. This is my first full journey on YouTube. I'm slowly getting to become a bit more comfortable with this camera, talking into a little black box, and but yeah, hopefully so everybody's enjoying the journey so far. It's a bit of a different element for me, but you know, going on camera, so but I'm getting used to it. And anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you soon.